I am going to be doing a camo army green look. And I am going to be using my Profusion's Emerald palette to achieve this look. As usual, I'm going to start off with my Milani eyeshadow primer. And I absolutely love this primer. It really, for such a small tube, it lasts forever. Now this palette does not have like just a basically really neutral color that I like to brush all over my eyelids to start with. So I'm just using a color that's very, very close to my skin tone, maybe a little bit brighter. And this really does help the rest of my eyeshadow just kind of glide on a little bit better, as well as it's highlighting or it's lightening up that brow bone and even the lid. So I generally like to really leave my lid on the brighter side. That helps me keep my eye a little bit more open. Go ahead and start with the transition shade, and that's this color right here. And this is a really nice warm tone. And it works so well with the greens. Now the next shade I'm going to use is this very bright, light, metallic gold. And this goes right in the inner corner. And I just pull it through. Then I am going to go with this lighter green, army green. And look at that color. Isn't that great? And I like to use my finger. It just really helps meld the eyeshadows together. But you can use a brush if you like as well. Okay. And next, I'm going to go in with this darker army green. And start the V in the corner. So I go in here and kind of go along the lash line and on the edge there, like that. And then a little bit up into that crease, about 1/3 of the way. And this is really just trying to deposit as much of the color right there. We're not blending as much at this point. Okay. And now I lost a little bit of that green, the first green, so I'm going to dab a little bit more in there. Like that. Now what I'm going to do is take a small blending brush and really focus that green and start blending it inward. And you just kind of carry it into the crease a little bit. And then I'm going to go back to my transition brush and color. I'm adding a little bit more of that transition shade, this shade right here, just a little bit, and then start blending these together. And then if you feel like you need a touch up just a little bit, I think the green is good. Maybe add a little bit more of that yellow right there. There we go. And so you've got that really nice gradient effect, and then you've got the transition shade that's kind of containing that color all on the lid. Now I'm going to just take a very black eyeshadow and start doing the eyeliner. And I go halfway on the eye with it. And then I keep that angle from my nose to the edge of my eye to my eyebrow, and do a little cat eye like that. Right along the border of where I finished off all of the eyeshadow. So it's right there. And you can just deepen and define that as much as you like. Since it's eyeshadow, it's kind of got a more soft edge to it. If you want to go and follow it up with an eyeliner to deepen it, you can. I do like to take my eyeliner here, the liquid liner, and do the front part of it because I can get it really close to the eye then. And I just go up and meet the eyeshadow part like that. And then I can even take this edge here and make a little fine point, kind of creating that last lash there. Now I'm going to go and put on my eyelashes as well as do the other eye, and I will be right back. I am back. So now I am going to do my eyebrows. Again, using the flat brush just to fill in any gaps. Okay. And then I am going to put a little bit of face primer on. For concealing dark circles, if you're able to get away with just concealing them with your usual concealer or brightener, great. But one option is also to use a color corrector. You can find some of these color corrector collections that have all the different colors. I like these palettes because you can really experiment with them. So the one I'm going to use is an orange, but the way I am going to do it is adding just a tiny, tiny dab of it and combine it with my concealer. And that way I'm basically applying two different products, but one smooth layer. And that way I can really keep the product very thin and light. So I'm kind of combining my concealer with that color corrector. And then I'm going to apply it the same way I always do, is where the darkness is, and then here. Is right along that trough line. And then you just start spreading it. And then I wipe it off, wipe the extra product off. Because now that we've gotten it where we want it, it's just a matter of basically pressing it in and tapping off all of the excess product. So I'm going to go in with my finger and gently pat. And as you can see, you know, it's very, very bright. So then I go ahead and let that product just kind of settle while I do my foundation. Spreading my foundation nice and thin, and then just patting and getting it all throughout my brush. And then just gently dabbing it all over my face, focusing where I want it the most. Just taking it up to the under eyes, but not over it. You want to keep that just one layer. And then with a damp blending brush, go ahead and just blend it even further. And what I like to do before adding my powder is going ahead and just, again, with the warmth of my finger, just taking off anything that might have settled into those lines, like that. And then follow that up with a nice brightening setting powder. There you go. And then just sweep away any excess. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and set my brows with a brow gel so that they stay in place. And I like to just brush them up and kind of tap down any longer hairs, but kind of keeping it nice and full. To finish off the eye, I'm going to go ahead and take my bullet brush in that transition shade and then just dab the color right there. And just smudge it inwards about a third of the way. And then I'm going to take my bronze eyeliner and just put a little bit on the waterline as well as dabbing it along that lower line. There we go. And then I take my flat brush and just touch it right there in the corner, just for a little last bit of definition, and that's it for my under eyes. There we go. Now for the contour. And then I am going to use a kind of a brick reddish color for my blush. And then I just dab it right above the bronzer. And then a little bit down my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and then on my chin. And I add a highlighter right above the blush, around my eye and down my nose. And then for any cleanup, I take my foundation brush and just kind of blend those edges. And then I finish off with some powder to just smooth all the edges. Now for the lips, I'm going to kind of go along the same tones of that brick red. It's a nude, but it's going to be a little bit more of a medium tone nude. So I will start by lining my lips. All right, well, I hope you like this look. If you're interested in seeing more of these videos, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I hope you have a great day.